Hello, hi everyone. So welcome to the Student Brain. So today we will discuss about human and colorful web. Okay, so important points, important topic we will discuss, and in human and colorful word. So what type of questions they will ask? Everything we will discuss here. Ready? Let's start. So I have written notes. So this is my handwritten notes. Those are upcoming 10th class. So this is my handwritten notes. You can check once. So I wrote my own notes. So all topics, everything. Like all points covered in this notes. Okay, so like right from starting human eye parts and function. So refractive defects, myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia. So all these points so I covered. Okay, so all points I wrote in this notes. And one more thing also, like completely diagrams also I did with the neat and clear diagrams. Okay. So we will discuss about okay, human in colorful world, important questions, important topics. And I said I have written my handwritten notes. Okay, I wrote my own notes. So handwritten notes. You can check here. So this is my handwritten notes. You can observe all the points are covered. So right from here, right from diagram onwards. So human eye parts and function. After that, you can check here all the points about parts and function. And here also I wrote all the points: rod, cornea, and here also okay, power of accommodation. So vitreous humor, power of accommodation, and here related to power of accommodation I wrote notes. And here you can observe so list distance of distance vision, and here also I have written all the points. So this is my handwritten notes. Okay, and here you can observe, and here you can observe this the myopia diagram. Actually it is front camera, that's why it is appearing like this. You can check once. So here you can see hypermetropia diagram and defects. So causes I highlighted because it will come for 2 marks. So in a recent the current and standard. Okay, so attending these exams, in that exam these questions came. So here you can observe all the points like this. So here also recombination of spectrum of white light, and here you can observe rainbow formation by water drop. Okay, and here rainbow formation and atmospheric refraction, twinkling of stars. Okay, so after that you can observe, so why planets are not twinkling, why planets are not twinkling like this. And here you can observe advanced sunrise and delayed sunset, advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. Okay, and here scattering of light, Tyndall effect, scattering of light, Tyndall effect. So this is my handwritten notes, neatly I have written. Okay, so effects of scattering of light, effects of scattering of light. And here, so like this, all the points related to human eye in colorful world. These are the points, these are the points, human eye, parts and function. So right from starting onwards, we will discuss about human eye. Human eye is the most sensible and sensitive organ in our body. Okay, human eye is the most sensible and sensitive organ. So here, if you open your eyes only, you can able to see anything. If you close your eyes, you can't see anything in front of us. You can't see anything in front of us, right? By opening our eyes only, we can able to see anything. Yes or no? So what are the parts and their function? First one is, so here you can see, so the diagram. I hope you can able to see the diagram. This is a diagram. Okay, so in that cornea is the front layer, protective layer of the eye. Most of the refraction takes place at cornea. And people is the, it controls and regulate the amount of light entering into the eye. Iris is a dark muscular diaphragm which controls the size of the pupil. Iris is a dark muscular diaphragm which controls the size of the pupil. Pupil will control and regulate the amount of light entering into the eye. Okay, pupil. After that, we will discuss about ciliary muscles. So actually here we have to discuss about one point, near point and far point. Near point and far point. So near point is nothing but the minimum distance up to which a person can able to see clearly without any strain, without any strain. Minimum distance, the minimum distance up to which a person can able to see clearly. So the minimum distance, that is 25 centimeter. Minimum distance is 25 centimeter. Okay, so like a near point, that we can say near point. Near point is nothing but the minimum distance up to which a person can able to see clearly without any strain. That is called near point. What is the near point value? 25 centimeter. Okay, and coming to the far point, the maximum distance, up to which a person can see clearly without any strain, that is the far point. The far point is infinity. Okay, coming to range of vision, what is the range of vision? 25 to infinity. 25 to infinity. So 25 centimeter to up to infinity, that is the range of vision. Okay, so near point is 25 centimeter, far point is infinity, range of vision is 25 to infinity. 25 to infinity. Clear? So that is one point. And coming to the least distance of distinct vision. Sir, what is the least distance of distinct vision? So the up to a certain limit only the person can see clearly. So normally if you are taking the pen, okay, so like if you are seeing like this, so at 25 centimeter we can see. So if it is less than 25, if you place very close to the eye, so our eyes will get strain and pain. You may see suddenly, but if you want to see for a long time, so certain time, then our eyes will get strain and pain, right? Our eyes will get strain and pain. That is called least distance of distinct vision. Ciliary muscles can't contract beyond certain limit. Only until certain limit only it will contract. Okay, beyond that limit it won't contract. Right? So Until certain point only we can able to see. Below that point we can't able to see. That is called least distinct of distinct vision. The value of least distinct of distinct vision is 25 centimeter. Very, very, very important. So near point, how the near point is important. Here also same thing. Least distinct of distinct vision. That is 25 centimeter. So I hope it is very clear, right? Yes. Next one. So we'll discuss about crystalline lens. Here ciliary modules. So ciliary modules we are discussing. After that ciliary modules, when you want to see nearby object as well as far distance object, nearby object as well as far distance object. Okay, you want to see nearby object, so immediately you can able to see, right? So if you want to see the far distance object also, immediately you can able to see the far distance object. But in camera, if you want to see, so you have to adjust the lens in order to see nearby object as far object. But in eye immediately you can able to see, right? Immediately you can able to see. How? Because ciliary muscles will adjust the curvature of the eye lens. Ciliary muscles will adjust the curvature of the eye lens so that we can able to see near distance as well as far distance object. Near distance object as well as far distance object. Yes, ciliary muscles are adjusting curvature of eye lens so that eye lens can adjust its focal length. Eye lens can adjust its focal length. By that we can able to see nearby object as well as far distance object. Yeah, I went. Okay, so I hope it is very clear. Understood? Yes. Now we will discuss about eye lens, crystalline lens. Whenever light rays falls on it, so crystalline lens is there, right? So crystalline lens. Whenever light rays falls on it, it converges the light rays and make it falls at retina. So what is the use of lens? So convex lens is a converging lens. Convex lens is a converging lens. When light rays falls on it, it converges the light rays and make it falls at retina. Okay. So refraction. The path of the light changes at the interference of the two media. So refraction, yes, the bending of light ray at the interference of the two media. Okay, suppose, so I am taking rarer medium, denser medium. Light ray is passing from rarer to denser. Okay, so here you can observe. So light ray is passing from rarer to denser at the path of the interference of the two media at this. Okay, interference of the two media, it moves towards a normal line. Okay, it moves towards normal line. Yes, it is moving towards normal line only. So if it is moving from denser to rarer, it moves away from the normal line because speed is decreasing in denser medium. When it is moving from denser to rarer, it moves away from the normal line. Okay, so here we are talking about lens, right? Whenever light rays falls on it, it converts the light rays and make it falls at retina. So because it is the nature of the lens is converging. The nature of the lens is converging. Whenever light rays are incidenting on it, immediately after refraction, those light rays are meeting at retina, right? So that is one point. Okay, so that's enough. That's enough. So yes, happy Holi to all of you. Now we are talking about ciliary muscle, crystalline lens, and retina. At retina, there are light sensitive cells are there, rods and cones. Retina is a light sensitive screen. Okay, retina is a light sensitive screen. Okay, so where here you can observe, this is a retina. Here is the retina. This is a retina. This is a retina. So it is a light sensitive screen. Whenever light rays are falls on it, so it forms image. Okay, so image will form at retina. What type of image will form? What is the nature of the image formed at retina? Real and inverted. So very, very important MCQ's point of view. This question is very, very important. What is the nature of the image formed at retina? Real and inverted. What is the nature of the image? Real and inverted. So that real and inverted image will be converted in the form of electrical signals. So how it will be converted? In the form of electrical signals that will reach to the brain, through optic nerve. Yes, at retina, what type of image will form? Real and inverted. Real and inverted image will form at retina. That will convert in the form of electrical signals that will reach to the brain through optic nerve. Through optic nerve, it reaches to the brain. So, what of the image is forming at retina? That is real and inverted and 2D image. So brain will give the additional information. Brain will add that additional information. A glass of water is filled, half it is filled. Okay, so how much far it is, how much it is filled. Okay, so the 3D information. So brain will add that information, then we can able to see the objects. Right? I hope it is very clear. Understood? Yes. Now we can see one more, that is optic nerve. Optic nerve is completed. So cones, yes, rods and cones. So light sensitive screen. Retina is a light sensitive screen, right? There are two types of light sensitive cells are there. One is rod, another one is cones. Rod can sense the intensity of the light. Cone can sense the color of the light. Rods can sense the intensity of the light. Cones can sense the color of the light. If more rods are there, we can able to see during night time also. Oh well, can see during night time because more rods are there. Cones can identify the color of the light. Okay, so these are light sensitive cells. If more rods and cones are there at retina, that is called yellow spot. If more rods and cones are there at retina, that is called yellow spot. Understood? I hope it is very clear. Right? Next one, optic nerve, we know that. So whatever the image is forming at retina, that will send to the brain through optic nerve. Whatever the image is forming at retina, that will send to the brain through optic nerve. Next one, aqueous humor. It is a jelly type liquid present between cornea and eye lens. So aqueous humor is a jelly type liquid present between cornea and eye lens. Okay, so it provides the nutrition to the central cornea. And coming to the vitreous humor is a jelly type liquid present between eye lens and retina. The entire portion is filled with the vitreous humor. This entire portion is filled with vitreous humor because it gives sufficient force and pressure to maintain that shape. Understood? Yes. So next one, power of accommodation. Sir, what is power of accommodation? Power of accommodation is nothing but the ability of eye lens to adjust its focal length, the ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length so that it allows light to come inside. Okay, so through cornea, light will enter. It passes through the pupil. So eye lens will adjust the focal length so that it will allow. Okay, the power of accommodation is nothing but the ability of eye lens to adjust its focal length so that light will enter into the eye. Understood? So crystalline lens, convex lens, it converts the light rays and make it false at retina. Yes. So whenever light rays are incidenting on the lens, that will be converged and make it false at retina. That is the power of accommodation completed. Next one, least distance of distance vision. Near point is 25 centimeter, far point is infinity. So coming to defects. Generally, what a lens has to do? Lens should refract light rays in order to meet at retina. When light rays falls on the lens will refract. Means if it is convex lens, it should converge and make it falls at retina. Yes or no? Whenever a light rays are incidenting on it, so on the lens, so convex lens should refract, converge and make it falls at retina. Okay, then by that we can able to see the objects. Yes or no? What if lens is not refracting the light rays? What if light rays are not refracted properly? At the same time, light rays are not meeting at retina. So, will you able to see the objects? No, we can't able to see the objects. Yes, that time there is a defect. So, there are three types of refractive defects. One is myopia, another one is myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia. Sir, what is myopia? Sir, myopia. So I'm giving one song for you people. See, I did so many methods to make the subject in easy way. I did so many methods, not only one or two, many. So convex lens, yes. So many methods I did, like so many methods. Okay, so like shirts designing, songs. So I created songs. So like that, so many methods. Okay, so many, not only one or two, so many methods to teach physics. Yes. Okay. So among that, so my favorite song, my very important song, that is myopia. So very simple song, very easy song, we can able to remember. So sometimes students are getting confusion between myopia and hypermetropia. And also myopia is a word is short, nearsightedness. Hypermetropia is long word. Hypermetropia, long word. Compared to the myopia, hypermetropia is long word. So farsightedness. Here, myopia we can see near distance, we can't see far distance. Hypermetropia we can see far distance, we can't see near distance. So that is one point. And coming to one more point, I given one concept, that is near point you can see, far point you can see, between 25 to infinity you can see between that. That's a far point of myopic eye. Okay, yes, understood or not? Yes, that is one concept. And one more, I created song, like a song. How? Myopia, 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 myopia. Near distance we can see, far distance we can see. Myopia, myopia, myopia. For that correction we are using. Bro, what bro? For that correction we are using concave lens, concave lens, concave lens, concave lens. Like, so if you observe this song, the first two lines gives the meaning of the myopia. Near distance we can see, far distance we can see. The last line, for correction of myopia, we are using concave lens. Myopia first. Definition of myopia, we can see near distance, we can't see far distance object. For that correction we are using concave lens. Understood or not? So likewise, like a songs format also I designed these songs. I only wrote the song lyrics. I'm only singing. Okay. So long back onwards, I started doing all these experiments to help the students. Okay, so students can access the information in easy way. So I have written notes also, all chapters: light reflection, diffraction, human in colored fluid, electricity, magnetic effects of electric current, like this. Okay, and next one, so diagram. Anyway, diagram is very, very important. Diagrams 100% you have to prepare without any choice. You have to practice more number of times. If you practice number of times, if you practice number of times, easily you can draw the diagram. Simple technique. You use the concept, understand the concept and draw the diagrams. That's enough. Very simple, nothing else. Okay, so if you have to understand the concept, that is the only thing. Remaining everything easy only. Understood? So once just to focus on the concept, that's enough. So easily you can draw the diagrams. Understood or not? And coming to the next one, myopia diagrams. You have to draw myopia diagrams. And after that, hypermetropia. What is a hypermetropia? Hypermetropia is nothing but far distance we can see, near distance we can see. Far distance we can see, near distance we can see. For that correction we are using, convex lens. Understood or not? Yes. So that's enough. And presbyopia. Presbyopia is nothing but the person can't able to see near distance as well as far distance object. The person can't able to see the near distance as well as far distance object. For the correction of presbyopia, we are using bifocal lens. Bifocal lens means upper portion is concave lens, lower portion is convex lens. Upper portion is concave lens and lower portion is convex lens. Understood or not? So that is bifocal lens. And coming to the cataract. Cataract is a defect. Okay, like when we are growing up, you can observe. So some people, they'll be having a white and milky layer on their eye. Okay, an eye lens. That's a cataract. Okay, milky and cloudy will form in their eye lens. By uh, cataract surgery, we can remove that defect. And one more thing, astigmatism. Astigmatism. Astigmatism is nothing but, so the person can't able to see the horizontal lines as well as vertical lines. So I'm extraordinary, marvelously, amazingly good, Nachiket. Thank you for asking. So I'm good. So full no big. So because air and everything is remote, that's why you are talking about, right? So yes, went to Tirupati. That's why. Okay. So because exam was good, so people you have written well. So before that only I thought if exam was good, so if people students are written well means definitely I'll come like that. So okay, yes, that's why. Okay, yes. Okay, done. Now astigmatism completed. Those are refractive defects. Refractive defect completed. Yeah, I am taking live class. So this is live interaction only. So sometimes we need to interact and take the classes. That's why. So 1 or 2 classes like this. So definitely I'll start. I will take normal. See, regularly I will take like that type of classes, live classes only. I'll teach the concepts. So sometimes we have to interact and take the classes. That's why I'm taking like this. Okay. So yes. So all the best for you. So prepare well. So you have 7th. Okay. So write well. So prepare well first. Okay. You have time. So next one, those who are there in the live class, so do like, share and subscribe to Student the Brand and inform to everyone, ask your juniors to join to the class, ask them to join to the class. Yes, so definitely 11th already started, 11th class already started, so classes are going on. So daily I'm taking classes for 11th. So today also I'll take classes. So hope I'm taking vectors, scalars and vectors. The topic briefly I will explain. After that we'll go to the one by one. Okay. So join to the classes after your exams. So prepare for social. Okay. So come to the point. So we discussed about astigmatism, refractive defects completed. And the next one we'll discuss about yes, when light ray passes through the prism, it's split into 7 colors. The splitting of white light into 7 colors is known as dispersion. Those 7 colors will form like a band on the screen is called a spectrum. Okay, splitting of white light into 7 colors is known as dispersion. Those 7 colors will form like a band on the screen is called spectrum. Okay, so that's enough. And one more is recombination of spectrum of white light. That is very important, 3-mark question. And after that, so rainbow formation, when light ray passes through the water drop, it's split into 7 colors. So those 7 colors will form in the screen, so in the sky, like a rainbow. Okay, so what is the phenomena involved in the formation of rainbow? That is very important, phenomena involved in the formation of rainbow. So here you can observe the phenomena involved in the formation of rainbow is refraction, dispersion, internal reflection. So actually it is in a mirror image. Okay, so refraction, dispersion, internal reflection. Coming to the atmospheric refraction. Atmospheric refraction means refraction takes place by the atmosphere. Refraction takes place by the atmosphere, that is called atmospheric refraction. So example, normally you can see the person is here and fire is here, so one more person is this side. Understood? So person A is seeing person B through fire. Okay, so through the flame. Then person B image appears wavering and flickering because of refraction of light. That too atmospheric refraction of light, that too atmospheric refraction. Okay, so what is atmospheric refraction? The refraction of light takes place in the atmosphere. Understood or not? Hot air act as a rarer medium, cold air act as a denser medium. When light ray is moving from a hotter to colder to hotter, then automatically the path of the light changes direction. The path of the light changes its direction. That is the reason. That is the reason the image of the person appears flickering, wavering. Okay. So those who are new to the channel, do like, share, and subscribe to Stone in the Brand. Upcoming for grade 10, grade 11, grade 12 for physics classes. Just so do like, share, and subscribe, and share to everyone. Inform to everyone. So there is a live class regarding physics. So daily it will go on. So 11 a.m. morning, 11 a.m. and the next around so we can go for 3:30, around 3:30 again. So 11 to until 12 or 1 it will goes. So again 3:30. After that 6 again. After that 9. Okay, 6. So it goes to 8 or like that. 1.5 hour, 2 hours. After that again it will be going 10 o'clock. So 11 a.m., 3:30 p.m. and again 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. So these are live class timings. Daily live classes will be there. So related to physics. That too grade 10, grade 11, grade 10, grade 11, okay, grade 12. So all the classes. Even ninth class, thinking I will plan ninth class also. Okay, ninth class students also can join. Those are there. The ninth class. Okay, done. So I hope it is very clear. Now you can see atmospheric refraction, twinkling of stars. So light ray is coming from the star from long distance onwards, from far distance onwards. It keep on changing its direction. It's keep on changing its direction. Because of that reason, so the star appears twinkling. The star position is there only because of the so direction, because of changing direction. So keep on it changes direction. That is the reason the twinkling effect will be there. Okay, and the next one. So why planets are not twinkling? So here, why planets are not twinkling? There is a very important question. Why planets are not twinkling? The planets are much closer to Earth and are seen as extended sources. If we consider a planet as a collection of large number of point-sized sources of light, the total variations in the amount of light entering our eye from all the individual point-sized sources will average out to 0, means nullifying. Okay, therefore nullifying the twinkling effect. Nullifying the twinkling effect. So simply, planets are point sources of light. One place it is bright, one place it is dark, one place it is bright. Like that, overall effect will be nullified. So overall effect, combined effect will be nullified. We can't able to see stars are twinkling. And the next one, advanced sunrise and delay sunset. Very important. Advanced sunrise and delay sunset. Okay, 2 minutes advance sunrise, 2 minutes delay sunset. So that will come. That will come for 3 marks. 3 marks question. So very important. 3 marks question. Okay. So if what happens if atmosphere is not there? What about daytime? So 4 minutes decreases. 4 minutes decreases. Understood? And coming to the scattering of light. What is scattering of light? Scattering of light is nothing but The re-emission of light in all directions with a different intensity. Okay, so when light ray is coming from the source, okay, so the wavelength of the light is comparable to the particle which is incidenting on it. Okay, then the particle will absorb the light and re-emit in all directions with a different intensity. The re-emission of light in all directions with a different intensity is called scattering of light. Okay, scattering of light. Coming to the Tyndall effect, the phenomena of scattering of white light by colloidal particles is known as Tyndall effect. So these are the points you can observe. Tyndall effect. So this is a Tyndall effect. And the phenomena of scattering of light by the colloidal particles gives rise to Tyndall effect. Okay, so next one, examples for Tyndall effect. A fine beam of sunlight fall on smoke particles and scattered by them. Hence, the path of the light becomes visible. Point number 1. Sunlight passes through trees of forest becomes visible. Point number 2. Teeny water droplet in mist scattering light becomes visible. Normally, you can see when you open the window in the early morning. Okay, in the early morning when you open the window, sunrise comes through the window. So you can observe the dust particles are flying in the rays, sunny rays. So that you can observe. And effects of scattering. Blue color of the sky. The sky appears white sometimes. The appearance of red color sun during sunrise and sunset. Okay, so these are the examples. Understood or not? Any other points you have? Any other points? And the sky appears white sometimes. The appearance of red color sun during sunrise and sunset. The sun appears white during noon hours. Sun does not appear red during noon hours. Sun appears white during noon hours. Sun does not appear red during noon hours. True only, right? Yes. Will it appear in noon time red? No. Okay, so now we will start discussing about question and answers. Okay, so let's ready for it. So let's state the nature of the image formed on the retina of the human eye. What is the nature of the image formed on the retina? Can anyone say? Can anyone say? What is the nature of the image formed on the retina? Nature of the image on the retina. What type of image will form? Nature of the image formed on the retina of the human eye. What is the nature of the image? Real and inverted. Define near point and far point of normal eye. So what is the near point value? Anyone? What is the near point value? Value of near point. So 25 centimeter. What is the value of far point? Value of far point. Value of near point is 25 centimeter. Value of far point is infinity. Correct? Range of vision. Range of vision. Range of vision is 25 to infinity. 25 to infinity. Understood? Yes. Next one, range of vision. So they asked about they asked one more question, that is, name the defect of vision in a person whose near point is more than 25 centimeter. So happy Holi to all of you. Near point is more than 25 centimeter. So can you tell me near point is more than 25 centimeter? Hypermetropia, right? Near point is more than 25 centimeter is hypermetropia. Next, one more. Whose far point is less than infinity? Whose far point is less than infinity? Can you tell me? Whose far point is less than infinity? Far point less than infinity. Far point less than infinity is myopia. Near point is more than 25 centimeter is hypermetropia. And far point is less than infinity is myopia. A milky and cloudy will form on islands. Okay, so when you are aging, milky and cloudy will form on islands. Okay, so by cataract surgery, that is only cataract, myopia. Name the parts of human eye which regulates and controls the amount of light entering into the eye. So question is, regulates and controls the amount of light entering into the eye. Regulates and controls the amount of light entering into the eye. People. Control and regulate the size of the pupil. Iris. Iris which can control. Iris is controlling or regulate the size of the pupil. Iris. So provide light sensitive screen on which image is formed. Provides light sensitive screen on which image is formed. Retina. Regulate power of accommodation. Ciliary muscles. Okay. And what is the least distance of distinct vision for normal eye? So least distance of distinct vision is, so the minimum distance, okay, the minimum distance up to which a person can able to see clearly without any strain and pain, that is called least distance of distinct vision. The least distance of distant vision is how much? 25 centimeter. What is meant by dispersion of light? What is meant by dispersion of light? So what is the dispersion of light? Splitting of white light into its constant colors. Splitting of white light into its constant colors is known as dispersion. Understood? What is the power of accommodation? Ability of eyelens to adjust its focal length so that light rays can come inside of it. So that is power of accommodation. Here there is one question. A person keeps the reading material much beyond 25 centimeter. So much beyond 25 centimeter from the eye for comfortable reading. So the person is placing the object beyond 25 centimeter. Okay. So name the defect of vision is suffering from. How can it will be corrected? Draw the ray diagrams. Okay, so more than 25 centimeter. More than 25 centimeter. So what is the, if near point is more than 25 centimeter means what is the defect? What is the defect? Can you tell me? Hypermetropia. If far point is less than infinity means myopia. Far point is less than infinity myopia, and near point is more than 25 centimeter is hypermetropia. Okay. Negative power. Negative power means which lens? Negative power. Convex or concave? Which lens has negative power? Power of lens is positive for convex lens. Power of lens is negative for concave lens. Understood or not? Power of lens is positive for convex lens. Power of lens is negative for concave lens. Understood? Yes. Is it clear? So power of lens is positive for convex. Power of lens is negative for concave. By seeing the power, we can get to know which lens we have to use. Okay. There is one question. Why does it take some time to see the objects in a cinema hall when we just enter the hall from bright sunlight outside? Explain. So actually, when you are there in a bright sunlight, so very less light is required to see the object. Very less light required to see the object. When you are entering into the dark room, we need more light to see the objects. So immediately ciliary muscles cannot adjust, right? Immediately it won't adjust, it will take certain time to adjust to allow the more light. This is for upcoming 10th class. Upcoming 10th class. And those who are going to write for JEE and NEET, okay, it will be helpful for all of them. That's why I'm taking classes upcoming. Okay, so general discussion classes will be going on. Next, so we'll Ravi kept a book at a distance of 10 centimeter from the eyes of his friend Rajesh. Rajesh is not able to read anything written on the book. Explain why. Because of least distance of distance vision. The minimum distance up to a person can able to see clearly is 25 centimeter. One more question. A student sitting in the last row in a class cannot read clearly the letters written on the blackboard. What could be the defect of vision the student is suffering from? Suggest the type of lens to correct the vision. So if the person is sitting at the last bench in the classroom, he can't able to see the letters written on the board, means it is a myopia. Because he can see near distance, he can't see the far distance object. That is myopia. A person can see distant signboards clearly but cannot read clearly a book which is kept at 25 centimeter from his side. Identify the defect of suggests the type of lens to correct his vision. He can see the far distance object. Signboards he can see, but the book is placed at 25. He can't able to see. Yes or no? So what is the defect? Hypermetropy. Okay. The sky appears dark to passengers flying at very high altitude. Tell me. Because no atmosphere, no scattering of light. How much is our field of view with one eye? With one eye, what is the field view of eye with one eye? Anyone? So let me know the answer with one eye. With one eye, what? With one eye, what is the field view with one eye? Yes. With one eye. So how much is our field of view with one eye is open? One eye is open is so 150 degrees. With both eyes open 180 degrees. So which component of white light is least scattered by fog or smoke? Red. Okay, red color. Red color is least scattered by fog or smoke. Okay. So there are two light sensitive cells. So here is one question. There are two types of light sensitive cells in the human eye. Where are they found? Retina. What is each type called? Rods and cones. So what is each type of cell sensitive? Rod sense the intensity of the light, cone sense the color of the light. Oh, so many questions. Okay, so we'll discuss remaining questions in the next class. So if you like the content, if you like the channel, please do like, share and subscribe to Student the Brand. So if you like the content, you can inform your friends, ask your friends to join to the class. Okay, so thank you so much for joining and attending and listening, and share as much as possible, share to everyone. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see. Thank you. Mm.